The sky burned like molten gold as the ancient volcano, Mount Vatra, roared to life. For centuries, it had remained silent, a forgotten giant of the past. But tonight, the earth trembled, and with a violent explosion, a shockwave of energy spread across the land. Something ancient had awakened. Deep beneath the earth, sealed away for millions of years, a forgotten king stirred. His skin, once rough and leathery, had fused with hardened magma, forming a protective layer stronger than any dragon's scales. His eyes, glowing like molten rock, snapped open. With a deafening roar, the first of the lost titans, Tyrannosaurus Rex, broke free from his prison of stone and fire. Above, the dragons of the Sky Kingdom watched in awe and horror. For centuries, they had ruled the skies, believing themselves the most powerful creatures in existence. But now, an ancient enemy had returned, a beast from a time before dragons had spread their wings. The largest of them, Ignis the Flamebringer, spread his crimson wings and descended. His scales shimmered like living fire, and his golden eyes locked onto the T-Rex below. He had heard the legends of a time when dinosaurs ruled the world, before dragons had claimed the skies and men had claimed the land. If this monster had returned, others would follow. Ignis would not allow that. The T-Rex raised its massive head, nostrils flaring as it smelled the dragon's presence. It had no fear. This was its world, its time. It had survived extinction, slumbered through ages of ice and fire. And now it was awake. With a mighty roar, Ignis unleashed a stream of scorching fire. The flames engulfed the T-Rex, wrapping it in an inferno hot enough to melt stone. But when the smoke cleared, the beast still stood. Its magma-infused hide had absorbed the heat. Instead of burning, it glowed, absorbing the fire like a living furnace. The T-Rex lunged forward, jaws snapping with bone-crushing force. Ignis dodged just in time. The sheer power of the attack sent shockwaves through the ground. The dragon retaliated, raking its massive claws across the dinosaur's side, but the molten armor barely cracked. The battle raged, shaking the heavens and the earth. Fire met fury, ving met klau. The sky burned as the volcano erupted again, spilling rivers of lava across the land. The world itself seemed to tremble under the weight of these two ancient titans. And yet, in the shadows of the battlefield, a small red fox watched. Its sharp eyes had seen the destruction spreading. The balance of nature was on the verge of collapse. It had been born with a gift, the ability to see glimpses of the future. And in every vision, the war between dragons and dinosaurs led to one inevitable end: destruction. If the battle continued, the entire world would fall. The fox had to act. With a deep breath, it darted forward, weaving between falling debris and rivers of lava. It knew the legends, how dragons revered wisdom, how even a mightiest beast could be swayed by something greater than power. But it had to get close enough. Ignis and the T-Rex clashed again, their roars shaking the mountains. The fox leaped onto a rock, then onto the dragon's massive tail, climbing higher and higher until it reached his ear. "Stop," the fox whispered. The dragon flinched, mid-attack. A voice? So small, so fragile, yet filled with something undeniable. The T-Rex hesitated, sensing something was different. "The war will destroy everything," the fox continued. "You are both kings of different times. But if you fight, there will be no kingdom left to rule." Ignis pulled back, his golden eyes filled with something rare doubt. The T-Rex, too, stood still, as if the fire in its veins had cooled for a moment. The volcano rumbled again, as if warning them all. The earth could not withstand their battle. For the first time, the dragon and the dinosaur looked at each other, not as enemies, but as relics of a past that had returned to haunt the present. The fox leaped down, disappearing into the shadows. Its task was done. The The choice was theirs. Subscribe our channel for more interesting stories.